Another primetime matchup, USL Championship style. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. The red-hot Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC, winners of 5 in a row, in town to take on North Carolina FC. As we take a look at the updated standings, 5 in a row will help you climb the ladder. Pittsburgh now at 41, North Carolina FC tied with Indy 11 right behind them at 40. So much on the line in this one. And hello everybody, I'm Dean Linke. Always great to be with my college and MLS Cup champion Jason Gary. You see the standings there, Jason. This one means a lot.
It does. It seems like a big one for both of these teams. Both teams are firmly within that playoff run. They've got that position. Now it's who's going to move up in those standings, who's going to get the home field advantage potentially. But this Pittsburgh team, they beat the league leaders, New York Red Bulls 2, last week, so they're in a great run of form.
All right, you talk about North Carolina FC. They won on the road. Nasby Abadawi finally looking like Nasby Abadawi.
Yeah, he's just getting back into it, coming back from Cincinnati, back into his familiar surroundings here in North Carolina. And everybody knows who's watched this team play. He's got the ability to make some spectacular plays. He makes things happen on the offensive side of the ball, creating assists, creating goals. He's an excellent player here for North Carolina FC.
We got a new number 9 up top. Justin Rennicks will be the center forward from Indiana.
Yeah, former Indiana star, and this guy, he's on loan from the New England Revolution. Bruce Arena, Dave Sarakin have a great relationship after many years in MLS and with the national teams. They want Justin Rennicks, New England does, they want him to be a number 9, so they're sending him down here to score some goals to get some experience.
Pittsburgh's won 5 in a row, but they're going to change up the lineup a bit. One constant, though, Bernardo Forbes from Jamaica.
Yeah, the Jamaican, he's able to connect the back line to the attacking players. This guy plays a pivotal role in the center of midfield for this Pittsburgh team. He's a man to watch here tonight for North Carolina FC. Pittsburgh,
5 in a row. They'll try to make it 6. North Carolina FC looking for back-to-back wins. Colton Storm, the former UNC star, he is listed as a sub and could play. We'll have the lineups and the kickoff. North Carolina FC, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC when we return.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
A month from now, you'll be a little older. A year from now, you'll be a little wiser. Will you be stronger? Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Back on the road. Back in the saddle. Back to the land. Back in the game. Back in the swing of things. Back in the groove. WakeMed Orthopedics, the exceptional care you need to get back your life.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. North Carolina FC, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the home team, North Carolina FC. Ben Spees is out with a concussion. So is Yamakani Chester.
Yeah, I'm looking for that partnership up top. Donovan Iwolo, Justin Rennicks. Can those guys establish some familiarity with each other? Can they establish some give and goes? Can they get behind the back line of this Pittsburgh team?
Pittsburgh changing their lineup just a little bit, which is a little bit surprising since they've won 5 in a row, but in talking to some of the players on the team, they also have depth like North Carolina FC.
Absolutely. Coach Bob Lilly, he knows he's an experienced coach. He's going to have to mix and match a little bit tonight. This is going to be a really good game, Dean. It should be very interesting to see the posture. Does Pittsburgh come out and be really aggressive against North Carolina FC, or do they kind of sit back in an away game and kind of feel this thing out? I'm excited to see.
All right, indeed. Pittsburgh comes out in their white uniforms, black shorts, white socks. North Carolina FC in all blue. Stephen Miller wearing the armband for North Carolina FC, as he's been outstanding on the left side or the right side. He'll start on the left side today. Canardo Forbes, the man we featured in the Open, will be the captain for Pittsburgh. And as you said, not only 5 in a row, but that last game for Pittsburgh, pretty impressive, beating New York Red Bulls 2.
Yeah, New York Red Bulls 2 has been the class of this league so far. And that's a big win for Pittsburgh, and they've just been on a great run. That's the kind of run you want to be in when you're coming into the last third of the season.
This is dangerous early on. Alex Kamsia, the star from North Carolina, who actually played a little bit with Colton Storm, the newest addition. Colton Storm is a guy who was picked pretty high, lost his way with DC United, wanted to come back, and you talk about adding some depth for left back or right back. He's a good player.
And going forward, that guy is dangerous. He can beat people on the dribble. He's got some great one-on-one ability. So I'm excited to see if we get a chance to get a look at him tonight. Good opportunity for him, though, just trying to, like you're right, Dean, trying to find his way in the pro game, see what he can bring to North Carolina FC.
Pittsburgh trying to cross. Miller gets involved.
He's not backing out of a challenge, I'll tell you that.
There's Renix. He'll lose it.
Yeah, see, early on, North Carolina FC set up in pretty much a 4-5-1 formation. Dre Fortune kind of holding that number 10 spot right behind Justin Renix, but it really looks like a true 5-4-1 to start out that can morph into a 4-3-3.
Sam Brotherton will roll it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in back to Pittsburgh. Just outside of the 18, Aaron Guillen gets a piece of it. Pittsburgh, one thing you'll notice about them as well, they're a big team. They've got the Giants in the back and the Giants up top.
Yeah, I agree, Dean. You look down on the field before the game, and they got some big boys. See coming up, Joe Greenspan is a absolute giant.
Yeah, 6'6", former star for Navy, spent some time with Minnesota United FC. There's Aaron Guillen.
He's going to be asked to match up against one of those big fellows. Let's see if he takes Greenspan. Who's your best defender? Take the tallest guy on the field.
Looks like Brotherton is going to keep an eye on Greenspan. Corner kick, Pittsburgh. And they'll call a whistle first as Dos Santos whistled, and it'll come back to North Carolina FC. North Carolina FC, of course, that impressive come-from-behind win over Memphis after a bit of a heartbreaker as they battled back against Indy 11 and lost here at home. First time that they had not won or tied all season when Indy 11 beat them last week here, Jason.
Yeah, Indy 11, such a quality team. We talked before that game, Dean. It was kind of one of those ones. These are going to be playoff teams, both of them, most likely. Who's going to get the better of Indy 11? Got the better of North Carolina FC that night, but this is another one of those. You figure both these teams are going to play a role as we roll into the USL playoffs.
Throw in for Pittsburgh. Handled there by Guillen. It'll go over to Tambakis. Spent some time on the phone this week with Alex Tambakis, the young man from Greece, came over after being scouted by Atlanta United and then went over to Charleston, came here last year, and you talk about a guy who's in good form. I'm telling you right now, Dave Sarakin, John Bradford, and every player on the team, they think Alex Tambakis is the best goalkeeper in the entire league.
I love it. Got to have a confidence in your goalkeeper, and he has played very well this season. He's still so young, Dean. He's got a big upside, big potential.
Guillen trying to find Renix, hits it too hard, and it'll come all the way back to Kyle Morton. Kyle Morton, who rooms on the road with Robbie Mertz, not getting the start. Robbie Mertz the former Michigan star, the babyface assassin, scored the only goal when these two teams met in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh got that 1-0 win, but he is on the bench despite being on the USL Championship Team of the Week. But Robbie told me that Coach Lilly feels like he's got to keep players fresh, so it was just his turn.
Yeah, and it's in the dog days of August, Dean. It's hot out, a lot of games stacked together, so Coach Lilly deciding to sit him. I'm feeling we might get a little peek of him tonight here in the second half, though.
Turnover for North Carolina FC. No Ben Spees, no Yamakani Chester, two players that have been regular players. It was a brutal physical game against Memphis as both those players took shots to the head. Abadawi, though, with a wonder strike to give him the win.
Yeah, it was huge. Well done for Miller there.
Graham Smith. Now DJ Taylor. DJ Taylor, Kamsia, Brotherton, Guillen appears to be the first choice back four for a defense that has been solid.
Yeah, we saw Victor Igbekoy fill in for Alex Kamsia, but he's back in the lineup here.
Which is good timing because Igbekoy also out with an injury. Abadawi over to Smith. Smith will find DJ Taylor. 6 minutes in, no score. Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, this is much better from North Carolina FC. Just keeping some possession, first real spell of possession in this game for either team. I like that ball.
Abadawi over to Taylor. Taylor back across.
Yeah, that's much better, Dean, from North Carolina FC. Moving the ball from side to side. Get it out to DJ Taylor. Good whipped in ball. Big Joe Greenspan, though, got a foot on it for Pittsburgh.
Guillen. Lennox. Now Miller. Miller has it taken away. Fortune pushed down to the ground, and
there's the second one there, Dean, on Forbes on Dre Fortune. That's the second one here in the first 6 or 7 minutes. I like that from Fortune.
Miller can't get it by the 6'6" Greenspan.
Wonder how long his leg span is, you know? How far can he reach? Seems like he gets to everything.
I actually called a game he played in, Navy versus Army, at where the Philadelphia Union play. Incredible crowd, military game, obviously, and he scored the winner in overtime on a rocket shot. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I like his game. Obviously, anybody that can go to a service academy and serve their country, that says a lot about the man.
Iwolo. How close did Russell Payne fall in your time at all?
Yeah, so Russell Payne was my assistant coach at Maryland, but I was very close to going to West Point when I was getting recruited.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Russell Payne, great coach, done a great job with that program, but he was my assistant coach at Maryland the last 2 years, won a national championship, great guy, great coach.
8 minutes in. No score. Of course, it has been very busy out here at Wake Med Soccer Park. We'll tell you why as Renix turns, runs right into trouble.
Yeah, good try though from Renix. First real touch of the ball. Tried to spin his defender. Well defended there by Toby Adewale.
The International Champions Cup for women being played at Wake Med Soccer Park. A thriller for the North Carolina Courage. And they'll play Francis Lyon, which their first 13 players on the field all played in the World Cup, Jason Gary. 11 starters, first 2 subs.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. Renix.
There we go.
Miller! Oh, my! So close to Miller time. Goes off the far post. Miller's down. Don't know how it didn't cross the line. Came all the way across the goal line, but didn't go in.
Oh, it's such an awkward play there. Stephen Miller, he took a shot there from Kyle Morton in the Pittsburgh goal. But watch this. See how this ball gets through. Dre Fortune just fit a little deflection there. And Miller, you thought this was definitely going in off the inside of the post and doesn't go in. Unlucky for North Carolina FC, but he takes a shot right here. Watch this, goalkeeper sliding in, shoulder to the knee. That's a tough one right there. Feel a lot better. It wouldn't hurt as bad if the ball goes in the back of the net, I'll be honest. But Stephen Miller, he's tough as nails, man. Look at him. He's disappointed he didn't score there. But good pressure for North Carolina FC.
There's Coach Lilly. Boy, it feels like he's been around forever, right? A lot of success at Rochester. He's had different stops, and here he is still getting it done.
Man, he's going to – that guy is a soccer coach, man. He loves the game. And just a soccer lifer, huh? He'll coach a U5 team probably out there if somebody gave him the chance to.
Yeah.
He wants to coach. He loves the game.
DJ Taylor. Now to Smith. Miller with that left foot.
The ball.
Iwolo back across, looking for Abadawi.
Handball.
Looked like a handball. It'll be a corner kick. Guillen calling for it as well.
Tell you what, well done from Donovan Iwolo on the back post. Kyle Morton said, hey, where are my defenders? Who's marking up back here?
That was a nice touch, by the way. Rennick's had into Miller earlier. So here's Fortune.
Set play here.
DJ Taylor, and wasted opportunity there on that corner.
Yeah, North Carolina FC, they had a set play going, just not a great delivery from DJ Taylor. Pittsburgh, though, give them credit. They were alert to the danger.
Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. The latest Select products and special offers as Pittsburgh tries to turn. Alex Kamsia deflects it away. SelectSportAmerica.com is the place to go. Ooh. Calling for a deflection was Pittsburgh, but Tambakis, no, they will call it. It's going to be a corner kick. Good call.
Yeah, Noah Frankie, he got all of that ball. He hit it pretty cleanly. We didn't get a replay, but it looked like some kind of deflection there, but he lined that thing up. He was looking to test Alex Tambakis. See it here. Maybe not. Aaron Guillen's arguing. Either way, it's a corner.
So corner kick for Pittsburgh. Forbes, the captain, over the ball. A lot of big targets in there. And another whistle.
It's the second one in there on a corner kick, Dean. Just a foul early on from Pittsburgh.
I mean, you're talking about Greenspan at 6'6", and then also Steven Dos Santos at 6'4". And Cape Verde, some big boys in there. This is Greenspan at 6'6".
Yeah, Rennick's going to have a tough time winning a header against Big Joe Greenspan back there.
Thomas Van Yazeel wearing number 17, sitting next to Greenspan. Guillen. Kamsia back over to Brotherton. Now to Miller. Miller stays with it. Greenspan. Guillen. 14 minutes in, still no score. Pittsburgh, by virtue of those 5 wins, as we showed you earlier, 15 points, now at 41, one north of Indy 11 and North Carolina FC.
That's why this game is big, Dean. Just to move up in the standings. North Carolina FC has a chance to jump a few teams here tonight if they can get 3 points. Been so good at home. Barring that one, lost Indy 11 a few weeks ago.
Taylor. Now Smith back to Kamsia. Iwolo. Again, side of his foot. Here's Miller. Big man Dos Santos. He's a handful, folks. There is Tambakis. Tambakis, as you know, calling these games every once in a while, call him the Greek Freak. Of course, the real Greek Freak is the star for the Milwaukee Bucks. And he said he's a big NBA fan. He said everybody in Greece is a massive NBA fan. I'm not even going to try to say the guy's name.
I was going to say.
Just the Greek Freak, right?
That's it.
He's got like 4 or 5 brothers. I think another brother's going to play with him in Milwaukee. There's one in Dallas. There's a couple that are coming up as well. And he said the entire country's about the NBA because of that guy.
That's great.
16 minutes in. Taylor over to Iwolo. Yeah, boy, Iwolo's been good, hasn't he?
Yes.
Iwolo trying to run it down.
And he's still very raw, Dean, but he's developing some maturity to his game, where he's learning those little turns in space, getting the little pockets to find the ball. I think he's really developed over the last 2 or 3 years into a fine player here for North Carolina FC.
Ryan James with the throw-in.
Uh-oh.
Good tackle. Onside. Pittsburgh on the attack. Numbers are pretty good right now. 3-on-3. Alex Kamsia going to try to slow it down. Frankie's got it. Noah Frankie back to his left. Tough little touch. And that's Graham Smith coming back to stop the attack from Pittsburgh. Noah Frankie, Creighton University. Robbie Christo, who's on the bench.
And that last attack, Dean, a little bit of a turnover at midfield, but it was great team defending from North Carolina FC. Everyone was getting back. They got 3, 4, 5 guys behind the ball. In the end, your defensive midfielder, Graham Smith, does what he's paid money to do. Came back and cleaned up that opportunity from Pittsburgh. So well done from North Carolina FC defensively, just to get numbers behind the ball. And Graham Smith, credit to you for tracking back and ending that play.
You're hearing the wisdom of Jason Gary, 2005 Mac Herman Trophy winner, national champion at Maryland, won an MLS Cup with Columbus. Columbus and Cincinnati, they had a big-time game. It was jam-packed. What a derby that is.
Yeah, I think obviously in MLS, Cincinnati not doing so great just coming into the league, but those two teams are ever both good at the same time. And I mean, you're an Ohio guy. That thing's going to be rocking.
You know it.
Every single time.
Yeah, hopefully FC Cincinnati can figure out some things. Talking to Nazmi Abadawi this week, he was ready for a fresh start, and so great to see Nazmi back to just being him and settling in, and he had high praise for Dave Sarakin and the entire coaching staff.
Yeah, when you go to a team like that, you go to an MLS team coming from USL, minutes are hard to come by. They're just difficult, and you sit there and you're just training all the time. You're playing in some reserve league games. It's just hard to get your rhythm, but now Naz has been back here for a month, 2 months. Now he's getting back into the rhythm of playing games every week, and I think it's kind of good timing. You're getting a guy coming in kind of halfway through the season that's going to be fresh throughout the rest of it. There he is.
Abadawi is offside. Flag goes up. So Abadawi, it's interesting because it almost looked like John Freeman, the man in the middle, indicated offside even before the assistant referee did.
Interesting. I thought it was a pretty good run off the back shoulder of the defender, but
19 minutes in. Best opportunity coming from Stephen Miller, who took a little nifty pass from Justin Rennicks and hit the far post, came all the way across the goal line, almost hit the near post and went by Miller as he laid on the ground. Thought that was going in.
Yeah, I thought it was as well.
Smith over to Guillen. Smith, now Fortune. Brotherton, a little bit too long, too strong.
Yeah, just off, just missed Abadawi there, but I like the look from Brotherton, trying to do something a little bit different, trying to thread the needle.
Off the head of Brotherton. Smith. Smith taken down.
Remember, fans, it's time for an alpaca free kick.
A little handshake there from the referee. Try to avoid a yellow card. Give the referee a handshake. Put out your hand. He's going to give you a card when you're putting out your hand in. Come on. No way.
Referee John Freeman. I know him. He worked for United Soccer Coaches for a long time.
Yeah.
And now he's making a name for himself as a referee, doing a good job so far anyways. Renix, can he run that down? He can, but it'll go back to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC.
Yeah, it was a good try, though, from Renix. It's the only thing he could do, try to chip it over the goalkeeper from that angle.
What a great ball to Dos Santos. Brilliant ball. Making a run on the far side. And Brotherton knocked it away as a well-weighted ball there from Dos Santos, trying to find Christian Valesky wearing number 12.
Yeah, that was very well done from Sam Brotherton there. Just getting back, watching the play develop, knew that he had a forward behind him. Was in the right spot. Had a good opportunity here for a set piece, though, for Pittsburgh. The past two, they've had a foul before the ball even got into the box. So let's see what they do here.
Forbes again, the Jamaican. Forbes driven in, and it'll go out of bounds. That'll give me a chance to tell you that you can follow North Carolina FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and so much more. Join the more than 2 billion sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+. And watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com.
Don't miss this prestigious event featuring the best of the best in women's soccer, including the NC Courage's World Cup champs Samantha Buick, Crystal Dunn, Abby Dahlkemper, and Jessica McDonald. Be there tomorrow. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.
PA announcer talking about that big matchup tomorrow night for the ICC title, Lyon and the North Carolina Courage tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's big time. Great opportunity to see some absolutely world-class soccer here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
From Sia, right side to Taylor. Taylor's got Smith. Brotherton. Now Guillen. Back over to Abadawi. Smith. DJ Taylor. Taylor, good ball, looking for fortune. Somehow got over Greenspan's head and dropped. It'll roll out of bounds.
I don't think Dre Fortune thought the ball was going to get over his head. I thought, watch this. This is a great ball in from DJ Taylor. Well weighted. I think everyone thinks Joe Greenspan's going to win this easily, but I think Dre Fortune just didn't expect that ball to come. Good ball in from DJ Taylor.
Greenspan missed it.
He did.
Wow. So here we are exactly halfway through the first half. So let's ask our expert, Jason Gary, your thoughts first on the visitors from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think they've been okay. We see here they're trying to get a little bit of the counterattacking soccer going, but haven't brought much in the terms of attacking options. We'll see it here, but they just haven't brought any possession. North Carolina C's really dominated the first half, I think. So far, just haven't been able to capitalize. But you just get the feeling, though, with the speed they have up top, Dean, that they're kind of waiting for that one opportunity to counter on North Carolina FC or win a set piece. If they go up 1-0, they'll kind of pack it in and see what happens.
Well, and the problem is you don't want to keep giving them corner kicks. They've had 3 already, and with all of that height, they can be dangerous, I think.
Yeah, and I think Coach Bob Lilly will be disappointed with having 3 corner kicks already in the first, 25 minutes of this game, and they've committed 2 fouls on 2 out of the 3. So good touch.
What a touch from Taylor. Taylor taken down just outside the 18, but the referee says no. It'll come back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Dean, that's a great touch. The first touch is excellent. Watch this touch from DJ Taylor. Ball comes across his body. Great little touch inside. I think if he has a better touch here, if it's not going to go out of bounds, that's a foul. But the ball is rolling out of bounds, so he's not going to bail him out and give him a foul.
Pittsburgh trying to patiently build it out of the back. Pittsburgh has played most of the season with 3 in the back. Doesn't look like 3 in the back today. It looks more like 4 most of the time. Pittsburgh trying to play a long ball. Dos Santos is there, so is Guillen. Guillen going to try to shield off the 6'4" Dos Santos. They get tangled up, and it'll come back to Alex Tambakis for a goal kick.
Yeah, well done by Aaron Guillen, the left back there. Great body positioning, just shielded off the bigger Dos Santos. I think for North Carolina FC, Dean, been pretty good in possession, but I haven't seen many runs in behind the back line. So Renix or Dre Fortune or Wolo, somebody's got to get in behind the back line of Pittsburgh, make them a little bit more uncomfortable. Right now, everything's in front of them. It's pretty comfortable for this back line of Pittsburgh.
Over to Miller.
There we go.
Miller down on the ground, back across. Oh, Renix jumped up. If his feet are down, it's tap-in time.
Oh, he had a chance, Dean. I think you're right. I think he did jump up just at the wrong moment. Great ball, though, in from Stephen Miller. Look at this. He wins the battle and just says, why not whip it in really hard, low, near post. And Renix kind of ran across it. He was in the air instead of being on the ground.
Renix trying to run this one down. He'll earn a throw in for North Carolina FC. 26th minute. Stephen Miller has been involved in both dangerous opportunities.
Yeah, both times just getting behind the back line of Pittsburgh. We saw it there. He won the battle against the right back. Was able to create an opportunity.
Camcia will run it down, and it'll be a turnover. Good move by him to pick it up.
He's about to get a card.
Yeah. Yellow.
I think it's a little harsh. I guess the forward there, Valesky, was taken off, so I can understand it from the referee standpoint.
I think that's worth a yellow, though, because he was in trouble right there.
Yeah.
As you know, there's no offside on a throw-in, and so that, depending on what kind of throw-in the guy's got, throw it deep right
down there. Absolutely. And Valesky, he's an experienced forward. He was waiting for that one.
We've seen one of the reserves listed today, Austin DeLuz, do that quick throw-in down the line and start the offense and score goals off of it. So.
Nah, Austin's not very savvy when it comes to soccer. No way, he wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, how about Austin deciding to hang it up, man?
I know. I'm just kind of proud of him for the career he's had and the guy he is and the class that he brings to the organization. Just enjoy. I mean, what a guy, you know?
Yeah, he's
what a
phenomenal. Frankie came in hard there. It'll stay with Pittsburgh as we walk you up to minute 28. Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC is hot as any team right now in USL Championship, 5 in a row. Taylor had it for a moment, gives it right back to Dabo. Tambakis keep it at his feet.
Yeah, well defended, well organized from North Carolina FC. Comcia, Brotherton, the back line. Game open up a little bit. Somebody's got to get long. Renix keeps checking too, trying to make himself available. But there's nobody that's stretching the back line of Pittsburgh and getting deep.
Brotherton pings it all the way over to DJ Taylor. Right back to Brotherton. Brotherton, tough ball to Renix. Greenspan. Bounce off of Miller. You can get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to the ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. No score. Pittsburgh sitting at 41 points, 4th place in USL Championship. North Carolina FC sitting at 40. Frankie at his feet. He'll drop it back. Van Yazil. Van Yazil has almost all 26 letters of the alphabet in his name. Ian does enough in front of Frankie. There's Brotherton. Pushed off the ball.
No
They'll
way.
say, yeah, Brotherton not happy with that call as Valesky got over there.
Sam, obviously off of Valesky.
even where the ball went.
Yeah, the assistant referee is literally about 15 yards from it.
Throw in for Pittsburgh. Trapped at the bottom of the foot there by Velarde. Now here's Taylor. Iwolo. Let's see if North Carolina FC can counter here, Jason. Iwolo, those long strides, stays with it, and it'll be a throw in back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, both teams over the past 5-10 minutes, Dean, a little bit disjointed, not really maintaining possession, giving the ball away a little cheaply. We close in the final 15 minutes till halftime. Both coaches will be looking and saying, put something together in the last 15 minutes. Can we get some possession, create a quality opportunity?
Patience from Alex Kamsia. Abadawi turns to Renix. Here's Guillen. Aaron Guillen. Smith. Fortune. Abadawi. Oh, the ball! Dre Fortune, though, denied by Morton. What a ball by Abadawi that somehow snuck through.
It sure was, Dean. What a combination between those two. A little sweet touch there from Dre Fortune and Nazmi Abadawi with an unbelievable slipped-in ball. Let's see it here. It's a great touch by Dre. We didn't see it there, but watch Abadawi. Whoop! Just slips that ball. Look at that pace. I think Kyle Morton's a big save from him, but it looked like he might have something to his knee there. We kind of came out awkwardly. Got a smile on his face, so he's feeling pretty good.
32nd minute. You scored a lot of goals. Still Maryland's all-time leading goal scorers. Coach Lilly directs traffic. Do you try to chip it right there?
Toe poke it on the ground.
Toe poke it. Okay. All right.
I mean, it's easy from up here now. Obviously, that's difficult. You got to make that split-second decision. But the goalkeeper's coming out. He's big. The little toe poke on the ground goes between his legs. It deflects off his leg. It goes in the back of the net.
Love it. 33rd minute. Still no score. Velarde over to Forbes. Dos Santos. Dos Santos has some jerseys that are white inside the 6, including Valesky. And Kamsia got there as well. They'll say off of Valesky, and it'll be a goal kick.
That's makeup for the one they missed a little while ago. Kamsia, though, good challenge from him. It's a good ball in. Valesky makes a great near post run. I think that's off of Kamsia, though, for sure, right? That's a corner kick.
Yeah. It's all even now.
Yeah, it's all even. Maybe not quite even because that would have been a corner kick for Pittsburgh.
Walking you up to minute 34.
That one didn't come off from Abadawi, but that's the right idea to try to get behind Pittsburgh. Behind that back line, Donovan Iwolo's speed.
Say hello to all the great fans for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Riverhounds have been around in some form or fashion for a long time, kind of like this club as well.
Absolutely. They got a lot to like here with this team. They've been on a great run. Sure, they want to see some playoff soccer here in the fall in Pittsburgh.
Foul called against Dabo. It'll be a free kick for Dre Fortune.
Yeah, I agree with Dre Fortune here. He's been fouled 4 or 5 times here in the first 33 minutes of this game. And I feel for him. The referee is taking note of that.
Iwolo taking it from Taylor. Iwolo. And Iwolo earns a corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC. Tune in to ESPN News on August 21st for a Wednesday night soccer matchup between two of the best in the East. North Carolina FC welcomes the Tampa Bay Rowdies with playoff positioning battles heating up. See it right here, August 21st, 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. Soccer on ESPN News. 35th minute. Good ball. Greenspan was in the middle of it. Wolo tries to keep it alive. It's also as dangerous as they're going to be offensively on corner kicks. They're going to be pretty good defensively, right, with all that height.
Yeah, a lot of height. Attacking the ball. Pittsburgh did well there.
Guillen's going to switch it to Abadawi. He'll run it down in his bright green shoes. Also with bright green shoes, Aaron Guillen. Minute 36. Nazmi Abadawi's got Miller showing. He'll give it to Renix. Renix took a tough bounce, looked like off his face there.
The old face trap.
Dave
It's Sarah getting involved down there.
Man can still move. Tell you, he was running around. I was at practice yesterday. You want to, Jason, you've been at the highest level, won national championships, you won the MLS Cup. You know when there's a good vibe at practice. Man runs a good practice.
The vibe going,
yeah, he's got a great coaching staff. No, everybody's feeling good.
Yep.
He's done a really good job.
I agree, and they're getting results, and that's what matters.
Graham Smith. Oh, my. We've seen Smith start to take a lot more shots in the last couple games. He's taken more shots in the last 2 games than he has in the last 2 years.
And you love it. You want that, right? Center midfielder, you get involved outside the box. Say, hey, Cal Morton, you paying attention? I'm going to test you here from deep. This one's not quite on target, but he makes great contact with it just on the outside of that post. I think Morton, though, felt comfortable. He had it covered. But you got to love that from Graham Smith. Love his fight.
Graham Smith, who played at USF for George Kiefer, who's now the top man for NC State, who in 2 straight years has brought his team to the NCAA tournament. And with NC State, Duke, and North Carolina getting ready to start men's college soccer, those are 3 really good D1 teams.
Absolutely. Within 30 minutes of here, all 3 of those teams. Let's see it here. What do you call it? Out of bounds?
Looked like there was a second ball out there on the field. 37th minute. Fortune back to Guillen. Brotherton squares it to Alex Kamsia. Kamsia has got Taylor one side. Smith with Dos Santos closing down, and tough ball for Guillen to handle. Two pretty good teams, though.
Yeah, I think evenly matched, I think, Dean, across the field, both of them.
Fortune. Abadawi now to Taylor. Taylor. Brotherton, long ball, trying to find Iwolo. It'll be a throw-in. Miller. Fortune. Quickly to Smith. Taylor's made a run. He'll get it now. DJ Taylor. Minute 39. Can he serve a good ball? He'll drop it back to Smith. Smith. Taylor. Wolo is just above the 6 with Renix. They'll give it back to Smith. Looking for a better opportunity. Good patience here. Let's see if North Carolina FC can get off a shot. Taylor again. Minute 39. Abadawi shows. Right back to Taylor. Fortune. They'll pop up on him. Tough ball to handle, though, for Taylor, and they never get the ball inside the 18 that time, Jason.
Yeah, just too many passes in too small of an area. Eventually, Pittsburgh wins it.
Frustration foul there from Smith. Bring it out wide to Frankie. 40th minute, still no score. North Carolina FC, the home team here in Cary, North Carolina. Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Greenspan. Kyle Morton. You look at the roster, a lot of these players connected to the Rochester Rhinos, where Coach Lilly spent quite a bit of time. Morton's one of those. Forbes is another. Actually starting to cool down a little bit. Stay with us at halftime. Kurt Johnson, the president and general manager of North Carolina FC, will be on for a quick comment on this game, but also to talk about tomorrow's exciting championship matchup in the International Champions Cup between Lyon and the North Carolina Courage, a rematch of last year's ICC, the first ever for women, as this will go off of Pittsburgh. We throw in for North Carolina FC. Renix. Guillen now is going to swear it to Kamsia. Brotherton. Miller. Guillen wanted it back, didn't get it. North Carolina FC's got to be a little careful right now, as they're a little out of position if they lose it.
We got about 6 guys are on the back line of Pittsburgh right now. Trying to push forward, find that opening goal. That should open this game up. Good run from Uolo. He didn't get the ball, but it was a good run, good dynamic run.
Dabo with the tackle. Fortune. Good ball to Uolo. Taylor's going to make the overlapping run. Does he get it back? Tough ball for Fortune. Renix keeps it alive, drops it over.
Unlucky little moments, Dean. It's so close for North Carolina FC. The Pittsburgh numbers behind the ball, doing some last-ditch defending here.
Fortune push. Hard to fault Renix at all. I mean, every ball that's been given to him, they've been tough balls he's had to deal with. Renix makes a run. It's behind Uolo.
See there, all 3 players made the same run, Dean. No one was holding back, just for the fact that if that ball gets cut back, somebody's just trailing and scores an easy goal. All 3 players made the same run. I think that's something Coach Sarakin, assistant coach John Bradford, are going to talk about at halftime. And the ball comes in the box, you can't be all in the same line. You've got to have some stagger to your runs.
Boy, you're right. They were in unison, side by side by side. Good call, Jason.
Yeah, so if that ball misses, if he misses you, it misses everybody.
Dabo on it here for Pittsburgh. 43rd minute, still no score. This will come all the way back to Morton.
Pretty good touch from DJ Taylor there. That's a 60-yard ball he took down within a foot. It's a really good touch. Made it look easy, but that's not an easy skill.
Fortune.
Oh,
Fortune! Dre Fortune! Oh, it's got to be a penalty. And Dre Fortune headed to the spot. And what color's the card? It's red. A red card as well. Clear breakaway. And a penalty opportunity for North Carolina FC.
Dean, I tell you what, I think it's a deserved red card, but what a game-changing touch from Dre Fortune to go around the defender there. This is unbelievable. We're going to get a replay of this. Watch this little touch. This is just a little touch. Watch this. Whoop, right around you. And then he forces the foul, and that's a foul. That's a goal-scoring opportunity. That's a red card, without a doubt. See it here. Watch. Dragging him. He's got his arms on him. Tangles up the legs. That's a red card. Great opportunity here for North Carolina FC to go up 1-0.
So Thomas Van K. sent off with the red card. Jason Gary doesn't have to say his name with all those letters. The red card, there he is right there. Look at it. Fills up the entire back of the shirt for number 17. He's headed to the showers, and Fortune, how about this? He earned.
I like it.
He's going to take it.
It's a tough spot, though, for Van Kayazio. Once he got beat, Dre Fortune's probably going to score that goal, but now an opportunity for a penalty, red card, down to 10 men. Becomes tough for Pittsburgh here, and I love this from Dre Fortune. I earned the penalty. I have the confidence to step up and take it.
He's got 4 goals on the season. Looking for number 5. Kyle Morton, 6'4", 200-pounder from Westchester, PA. Same hometown as Stephen Miller. Fortune wants to do something with the ball.
A little gamesmanship here, I think, from Dre Fortune. I like the way the ball was lined up.
Hopefully it doesn't come back and bite him. There's the whistle. Fortune now ready to go. Fortune! And how about North Carolina FC? Little duck walk for Dre Fortune. It's 1-0.
Posing for the pictures. I'll tell you what, from that touch, Dre Fortune, you can take it whatever picture you want. Look at this little touch. That's such a difficult thing to do. Breaks behind the defender. Certainly a foul. Red card, and then he steps up and finishes this penalty. This is a confident finish here. Just with power, right down the middle of the goal. Confidence from Dre Fortune. In a little walk.
I'm not sure what
I'm not sure what it is. We're kind of old, though, Dean. You know what I mean? We're not hip to all the new stuff.
This man's hip.
He's hip. He's
DJ Taylor's hip as well. Aaron Dean. All 3 right there.
Just aged ourselves there.
Yeah. I bet the E-Dog, Evan Badler, knows what that's about.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 1 minute.
So 1 minute of added time. Hanging around in the air. Off the head of Iwolo.
Obviously, Dean, a game-changing moment there. Now, if you're Pittsburgh, played pretty well this first half. You avoided a couple chances from North Carolina FC. Now you got to go into halftime down a man and down 1 goal.
Huge turn of events, right?
Yeah.
See what kind of changes Coach Lilly makes. He'll wait till after half, obviously, as we're in this minute of extra time. Too long for Renix. Renix, who was part of the Tab Ramos U.S. Under-20 team. And there is the first half whistle. A red card, a penalty, a brilliant move, and a goal for Dre Fortune.
Yeah, big time from Dre Fortune. It's the big moment of the first half. Great little touch, earned the penalty, earned the red card, and finished off that penalty kick with some confidence. Walking in the locker room, North Carolina FC looking great for the second half.
All right, North Carolina FC on top of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. We'll be back with Kurt Johnson, President, GM of North Carolina FC, with North Carolina FC up 1-0 at the half.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My initial reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Protect our kids. Protect our communities. Protect our waters. Unused medication poses a deadly risk to our loved ones, and flushing it could impact our environment. There's a way to get rid of leftover medication. It's safe and it's easy. Just toss it in a permanent drop box near you. Operation Medicine Drop. what's in your medicine cabinet.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, where North Carolina FC has a 1-0 lead over Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Dre Fortune, brilliant touch, drew the PK, converted the PK, and that is where we stand. And as promised, Dean Linke here with Kurt Johnson, the president GM of North Carolina FC. Great to be with you, Kurt.
Great to be here.
Busy weekend. We'll start with this one. Dre Fortune, the youngster from Broughton High School. He has been outstanding this season. First of all, the touch, the PK, everything well done.
It was an outstanding first half from our group, dominant in possession, but we didn't finish until the end. What a touch by Dre, draw the PK, and then finish the PK perfectly.
This game means so much. You look at Pittsburgh at 41 and North Carolina FC at 40.
Pittsburgh's been surging. They have been excellent, I would say, over the last 10 games. Very difficult to break down. It took us 44 solid minutes of possession in order to do it, but fantastic first half, and look, we're going to need more in the second for sure.
This venue's been surging. What a crazy weekend. The International Champions Cup, and now tomorrow night, 2 games, but the big game, the capper for back-to-back titles, the North Carolina Courage again taking on Lyon.
Yeah, I think it's the matchup everyone wanted to see. You know, Lyon against the Courage, rematch of last year's ICC final, which we won 1-0. Difficult, incredible Lyon team, full of stars. But our players will be up for it in front of a big crowd tomorrow night. Should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be an awesome crowd. Lyon, reminding everybody, they started 11 players that played in the World Cup. Their first 2 subs played in the World Cup. Meanwhile, North Carolina Courage, after that weather delay, put in a ton of subs, and the subs got it done. And then, of course, J-Mac with the big finish.
It's what it takes. You know, everyone, the whole roster to compete. You know, Lyon's in their preseason, but we're 2/3 of the way through a season plus a World Cup. And got some fatigue. So the players came off the bench, were phenomenal, and then Jessica McDonald does what Jessica McDonald does.
Real quick, we'll be back here again Wednesday as the Tampa Bay Rowdies come to town. So another game for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, enormous game. Tampa has been the cream of the crop with the Red Bulls over the first 2/3 of the season. We're chasing them. 3 points here if we can get it, and then 3 against Tampa would put us right, within a couple of the top.
That game is also the USL Game of the Week on ESPN News. Thanks for being with us, Kurt.
Thank you.
Staying with USL, let's take a look back at the week that was in USL. Fortune can hit from here. Oh!
McCarthy once more. Blasted back in. And Ben Spees lets one fly and drills it.
But coming and off Para and in. What a move.
Shot blocked. Follow up. And that one blocked. Ball still loose.
Stanley will try to create here. Gets it in. Here's Rowe. Up ahead. Continuing cuts back. Strike coming. And just beyond the reach of Mangles it's in. Towards the box. Cuts around Ovalle. Goes down the strike. Philly on the save at the near post. Through the traffic. Knocks it on. Soto there. Back. The shot. And in. Josue Soto off the bench and putting Chattanooga up 2-1.
A little trickery now, maybe. McCabe goes for goal, and it's an excellent free kick. A long run-up produces a long-range effort from Niall McCabe. Not the first time that he cuts through from Dalgard. Dalgard still with it. He tees it up. Great effort, and a terrific opening goal. Sebastian Dalgard.
Opportunities for the opponent. This ball comes in, headed away only to the top of the box. To Langsdorff, volley off the chest, and Portland has the lead in the 3rd minute.
Still Zach Sandy to drive, and what a save by Matt Pickens. Sent in towards the back post, headed on. Calais Brown, what a save.
Don Maduro, watch him on the tail end of this. He knows how good of a save it is. He turns around, slaps a little high five. Devon George is going to be robbed. Calais Brown.
Take a look at our USL Team of the Week. As you see, Christian Pirano from San Antonio. Foster Langsdorff scored 2 goals in 2 games. Robbie Mertz, who we talked about earlier from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. But how about Forrest Lasso? He's from Raleigh, North Carolina, went to Wofford, played under Ralph Polson. The 2018 USL Defender of the Year for FC Cincinnati, joined Nashville on loan, part of Nashville's strong run of late. And then you also see in goal there, Mr. Morton, Robbie Mertz featured as well, as that's the Team of the Week. And talk about great defense. How about Nashville right now, 466 minutes.
Yeah, that's a heck of a run, man. That's unbelievable, really.
Tom Stone leading the Legion strikes. And then the slippery slope in St. Louis. Say that quickly. 1 win in the last 13 games. First place on April 27th, but they've been slipping down.
Yeah, they're struggling. They've got to find a way to right the ship, see if they can get some results here coming in to the home stretch and try to sneak their way into the playoffs.
Those are the storylines. We thank Brian Ware for his great work. New York Red Bulls 2. Losing their last game against Pittsburgh, sit at 47. It's a tight race.
It really is, Dean. You see multiple teams there right around that 40-point mark. A big win, 3 points tonight can vault you up 2, 3, 4 spots depending on other results. But this thing's going to come down to the wire, I think, for seeding and who's going to win the regular season. But a lot of very quality teams in this group.
Boy, that sets up nicely if North Carolina FC can hold this scoreline at 43 points, depending on what the Rowdies do. Wow, what a matchup on Wednesday night on ESPN News. Taking a look at scores from around the league. Charleston on top of Louisville. Charlotte and Nashville tied. So that goalless streak is over right there.
That's right. And then Loudoun United and Ottawa Fury tied up 1-1. Be a pretty good game there, too. Birmingham, Memphis, a little bit later on tonight. That should be a good matchup.
USL Championship, USL in general. So much going on. They do such a great job here at halftime in Cary. It's North Carolina FC 1, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC 0. Stay with us, everybody.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
A month from now, you'll be a little older. A year from now, you'll be a little wiser. Will you be stronger? Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Back on the road. Back in the saddle. Back to the land. Back in the game. Back in the swing of things. back in the groove. WakeMed Orthopedics, the exceptional care you need to get back your life.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina, where North Carolina FC, virtue of a Dre Fortune penalty kick, has a 1-0 win over Pittsburgh. And hello, everybody. Dean Linke along with the great Jason Gary. And Jason, perhaps the scoreline fits what we saw in the first 45.
Yeah, I think so. North Carolina FC came out on the front foot. They created some good opportunities, some good saves from Pittsburgh. But I think a deserved result, 1-0 going into halftime. But it's going to be an uphill battle for Pittsburgh, being down a man, playing on the road. North Carolina FC should take care of business in the second half.
All right, Jason, let's go to work and show you the first half highlights. And there was a lot more than just the PK.
Yeah, there sure was. Here's the first opportunity. A great chance here for Stephen Miller. Goes in off the post. We thought this one was going in the back of the net. He takes a shot from the goalkeeper, but not a goal for Stephen Miller. He'll be a little bit disappointed here. And the North Carolina FC, they kept up the pressure. Here's another opportunity for him. He's on the backside, gets a great cross in. Justin Rennicks just misses the finish there at the near post.
Stephen Miller almost had a goal, almost had an assist. We're still at zeros. And North Carolina FC kept on pressing.
Yeah, great play here. Dre Fortune, Nazmi Abadawi, great combination play. Big time save again from Kyle Morton in the Pittsburgh goal. But what a little ball in there from Nazmi Abadawi. Dre Fortune can't put it past the goalkeeper, but he would have his chance coming up in a little bit. Watch this little touch. Whoop. Great little touch. I love the sound effects, team. He gets dragged down by the defender. Certainly a penalty, certainly a red card for me. Look at that little touch around. Great body control from Dre Fortune. Puts himself in the position, causes the foul. Excellent job from Dre Fortune here. And he steps up, no doubt about the penalty as well. Right down the middle with some power. Puts North Carolina FC up 1-0.
Some sort of stylish walk, and then the photograph as well. A smile that works for Dre Fortune, who has been playing lights out. Dave Sarakin has given this young man the confidence that he needs as you look at the first half stats.
Dre Fortune's been excellent all season, but you see the shots there tied up, but the 65% possession for North Carolina FC, that's been the key. Pittsburgh has had some opportunities on set pieces, on the corner kicks, a little bit of an edge there, but they've committed 2 fouls on those on those corner kicks.
And then the red card for Van K. Yazeel. So that means Pittsburgh obviously will play the rest of this game, Jason, with just 10 men. It's not impossible to score, though, with 10 men.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to get a counterattack goal. They're going to look to get some set pieces where they can bring up those big guys from the back and Greenspan and those guys. But it should be interesting. North Carolina FC should dominate possession again here in the second half. If they can get that second goal, that's really a killer when you're down 10 men.
There's Coach Lilly taking his time getting over to the bench. He's been around so long, you just kind of want to soak him in a little bit, right?
Absolutely. You think he hasn't seen this? Been down right before halftime, down 1 man?
Yeah, he's
seen it.
He's seen every situation.
He's
Great
seen
call.
Every single thing you can see on a soccer field.
That is so well said.
But I think he's hoping his boys, though, they come out in the second half. Can they be alert, be aggressive, see if they can steal something here, tie this game up 1-1, and then just you see what happens. Games are weird. Soccer's a weird sport, man. Anything can happen.
So here we go. Second half underway. North Carolina FC on top 1-0. They're in the dark blues, their home blues. Pittsburgh in white, black, and white. So great to be with you locally on WRAL2 and on ESPN+. Guillen. Guillen still with it. Now over to Taylor. Played back in the middle to Guillen. Dre Fortune, the goal scorer. Abadawi over to Iwolo. Now Guillen. Guillen to Rennicks. Let it go all the way through to Morton.
Yeah, he tried a little back heel there, Justin Rennicks. He's trying to see if he can just get something on it to redirect it.
Greenspan. See the red card there in the 44th minute for Van K. Yazeel. And the finish coming from Dre Fortune. Fortune caused the turnover, made it happen. Dean Linke along with Jason Gary, great to be with you. Switch it the other side. Pittsburgh trying to build it out of the back. Turnover. There's Iwolo. That's another thing that Dave Sarakin loves about Iwolo, that constant pressure.
Yeah, and it's great pressure there. Team pressure from North Carolina FC. We saw Nazmi Abadawi, Justin Renix, and I think when you're up a man, you can afford to do that. You can press all over the field, and I think that's what Coach Sarakin and his staff said. Hey, come out in the second half. Let's high press Pittsburgh. Don't let anything come easy. Be good in possession. Let's create some chances.
Here's Taylor. Taylor back over to Abadawi. Smith. Now Taylor again. Rogue City supporters in the Boneyard. Great fans. Here's Taylor. Gonna try to run it down. It'll be a corner kick. What a move from. Wait, it's got to be a.
It's called a foul.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the foul was there, but we'll see it here. Sliding in. That's out of Wale. Obviously, they made contact there. I think it's a good call there from the assistant referee on the near side. He made contact with DJ Taylor there while trying to shield the ball out of bounds.
So, it'll be a free kick opportunity now for Dre Fortune.
So you got to keep this away from Greenspan. He's standing right in the center of the goal. All 6'6" of him. You got to get somebody across his front, across the face of him. So near post could be an opportunity, and also Graham Smith is wide open at the top of the 18-yard box right here.
Fortune trying to make it 2-0. Fortune driven in, headed out by Pittsburgh. Tracking it down is Abadawi. Nice ball to Taylor. Now Fortune has another opportunity. Fortune driven in again. Oh my! Iwolo, and how about North Carolina FC? Fortune to Iwolo. It's 2-0.
That's the way to start the second half, Dean. You're up a man, you have constant pressure. Look at this ball in. Great ball in from the outside here, the right side. Dre Fortune again, what an assist. Donovan Iwolo, look at him up over the top. Powers that header past Morton in the back of the net. This is a great finish from Iwolo. You gotta love it, the pressure from North Carolina FC, and that's huge to start this second half.
You talk about getting up. He was way up in the air right there.
Stayed up in the air. He just kind of hung in the air, powerful header, kept it on target. No chance for Kyle Morton in the Pittsburgh goal. What a finish from Donovan Iwolo.
Donovan Iwolo, 6 goals and 4 assists. And now Dre Fortune, 5 goals and 2 assists. Those two, some solid numbers.
For sure, and you talk about man of the match type performances from Dre Fortune so far. The big time play at the end of the first half there. What a ball in for the assist to start this second half, and he is feeling it, Dean.
Talk about feeling. I felt that one coming, didn't you?
Yeah,
you felt
did.
like
You feel the pressure building.
Yeah. 2-0 North Carolina FC on top.
Now let's take a deep look, Pittsburgh. What are you going to do here? It's a tough spot to be in, down a man, down 2 goals on the road. They're still battling. They really need to get something back here in the next 10 minutes or so to really feel like they have a chance. That's a great play, though, by the center forward, Valesky, to win this free kick, because we talked about their height, their ability on set pieces. They can make something happen right here.
Yeah, Valesky giving Brotherton a little bit of problem there. You could tell Brotherton's thinking, look, I don't want to get a red card here, right? I got to be careful.
Not evening things up.
Free kick opportunity, though, for Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Pittsburgh, the Bob Lilly coach team, I'll tell you what, they're never out of it.
Oh, he'll trade him. He'll get rid of him if somebody quits. So, Velarde here with the left foot. This is dangerous here. Tambakis has to be alert. You want to shape this thing to the far post, so if nobody touches it, it goes in the back of the net. So Alex Tambakis has to be ready.
Greenspan will also be ready. Brotherton continues to keep an eye on Greenspan. Looks like,
him.
Yeah, again, well, good call.
Oh.
Goes all the way over, and it'll come back. Adewale was there on the far post, but it'll be a goal kick to North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Adewale there on the back post. He was off balance. If he was a little bit better with his body positioning, he could have put a shot on goal here.
As they build it out of the back, we can tell you that fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Here's Iwolo looking for Renix. Dre Fortune, a goal and an assist, and a foul there on Smith. It'll be a yellow card.
Yeah, he just killed the play there, Graham Smith. Now he's got to be careful with a yellow card. I wouldn't be surprised to see how this game develops if Coach Saracen can go to his bench and bring in Austin DeLue, somebody like that. Just Graham Smith is on the yellow card. Yep, definitely a foul. Just call that the old professional foul back in the day, Dean. You know, just kill it. No counterattack. Take your yellow and move on.
That's what you do. At least it stops the attack, though, right? So they can't do the counter. I think they still call it that even.
Do they? Okay. You know, I haven't heard that much watching the Premier League lately, so, you know.
There you go. I want to thank our all-star crew, Kyle Lang getting it done, Evan Badler, Savannah Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware. Not only a great job up here on camera, but knows so much about USL Championship. Appreciate him. Curtis Adams, Trevor Groman, Andrew Taylor, Tim Arms, Paul Cox, John Zimmer, Coach Cunningham also with us. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. Your score, North Carolina FC 2, Pittsburgh 0. Iwolo offside that time, Jason.
Yeah, just a step, too. He was excited to get that ball over the top, and we're going to see this more and more with North Carolina FC having possession. I like it, though. Aggressiveness from Iwolo. You'll take that. You'll take a couple offsides a game. You're just running that line. You're a coach and staff for North Carolina FC.
Minute 55. Brotherton over to Smith. Brotherton. Iwolo's got Taylor. Taylor's had himself a good game. Iwolo's had himself a good game. Iwolo spinning. Iwolo deflected.
Oh, it's a handball.
And
handball.
Yeah, the assistant referee saw it. Wow, what a call. The assistant referee was right there. Good job, Jason Gary. John Freeman didn't see it. You saw it, and the assistant referee saw it.
Yeah, it looked pretty obvious there. The assistant referee immediately raised his flag. We'll see it here. He tries to play the ball in the box. Let's see if it catches the arm here. Yeah, he puts a shoulder out, a little chicken wing there from the Pittsburgh defender, and I think that's a great call, great alertness from the assistant referee. To me, I don't know if you saw it, Dean, he looked like he did a little chicken wing, got that arm up, made contact.
So it's going to be a penalty.
The Pittsburgh players are arguing it, but it looked like
Lily.
it to me.
Yeah. Well, you said it in live time. You didn't need a second look. It'll be a yellow card for the handball. And John Freeman, the man in the middle. And now it looks like Iwolo wants to take it. How about that? Iwolo going for the brace. Iwolo hit it in there.
He did. He's won it. You know what to make the picture complete is you give Renix the chance at the penalty. You give the guy in that's, you know, just starting to get into his pro career, but down to Iwolo, hey, let's get a goal here. Let's pad the stats a little bit. He's been great tonight.
Well, that's a great point right there. Excellent point, but let's see if Iwolo can get his second goal, and he can't, save. But he gets it off the deflection. How about North Carolina FC? Iwolo with the brace, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, great save initially from Kyle Morton in the Pittsburgh goal, man. I tell you what, he's upset right now because he's really pulled together. That was a great save initially. Then Iwolo with the follow. Let's see it here again. There's a ball into the box. Yep, that's a chicken wing for me. That's putting your arm out there, trying to make contact. And it's a good finish from Iwolo on the second effort. It's a great save, though, from Morton initially. But that's a point-blank shot for Iwolo. He's not going to miss the second one. Gets his brace.
Donovan Iwolo has 2, and Iwolo, as you said, padding the stats, 7 goals, 4 assists.
That's balance, man, as well. He's playing on the outside here tonight. He's not playing in that center forward role, Dean. We've seen him score a lot of goals from. He's playing on the outside, and he's still making things happen, being productive.
Donovan Iwolo, 7 goals and 4 assists, just behind Stephen Miller, 7 goals and 5 assists. Meanwhile, Marius Lomas, who got off to that great start, 6 goals and 1 assist. The word is, remember, he broke his ankle. He's back running, so he's overseas. He rooms with Alex Tambakis, and there's speculation he could be available for the playoffs. That'd be huge.
That would be massive to get somebody out. He had such a nose for the goal, Dean, in the first part of this season. Such a physical presence as well. With Rinnick's up there and Iwolo, not so much a physical presence, but you get that guy, you get Lomas back up there, man. He's going to bang around with those center backs and take up some space, score some goals.
So Pittsburgh, red hot coming in. The Riverhounds had won 5 in a row. Miller trying to find Iwolo. Fortune back across, and how about North Carolina FC? Fortune's got 2.
He said, Donovan, I'm not going to let you take the lead here for man of the match. I got to go get me another goal. What a job from Dre Fortune. To be honest, Dean, when that cross came over, he didn't hit it first time. I thought the chance was gone, but he stuck with it. Again, Stephen Miller making things happen from the left-hand side. I thought there he should have hit it, but good composure, confident, hard finish on the ground, forcing Kyle Morton to make a save. Goes in the back of the net, and we got to get some feedback on what that dance is.
We got to find out.
Can we get somebody researching that?
Colin Thrash might know. I'm not sure. 59th minute, second goal for Dre Fortune. As Dre Fortune, 6 goals, 2 assists on the season, and it's 4-0 North Carolina FC. Stephen Miller padding his stats as he gets the assist, so 7 goals and 6 assists to stay clear of Iwolo, right, with the 7 goals and 4 assists. All of them big numbers, and that's kind of the story of this team, right? Like everybody contributing.
Yeah, they're getting it from all over, but just to credit for Stephen Miller, man, to score 7 goals and 6 assists when you're balanced like that, Dean, that's very difficult to do. A lot of times you'll see a goal scorer get, 10, 15, 20 goals and have 2 assists. Or a guy that really just takes pride in being the assist guy. He'll have 10 or 15 assists and 1 or 2 goals, but to have the balance, that's something special from Stephen Miller, playing multiple positions.
Well said. Speaking of special, our very own Ponce de Leon, Austin Deleuze, getting ready to check in and have a little longer run. Talked to him this week. He wanted to play longer than just the last 10 minutes. He'll get 30 minutes to get a good solid sweat on.
Yeah, I like this too. And he's so good on the ball, so composed, knows how to manage a game from the center of midfield. That I think this is a great substitution here by Coach Sarakin. You see who he comes on for. Graham Smith picked up that yellow card a few minutes ago. We'll see whether he comes on for him or he comes in on the outside.
Fortune. Fortune's got 2, Iwolo's got 2, but it's been a complete performance from all 11 players for North Carolina FC. Iwolo. The baby-faced assassin, Robbie Mertz, all Big Ten superstar for Shaka Daly at Michigan. Also looking to come on for Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh. Was looking for a team, was with the Colorado Rapids to start, was dropped by them. Had interest in North Carolina FC. Of course, North Carolina FC loaded in the midfield, so his family's in Pittsburgh. They get to see him play, and he's been on the USL Team of the Week twice now.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. It's hard nowadays, Dean, when you get drafted into MLS. There's so much competition, a lot of foreign players coming in, a lot of established teams that you got to really prove yourself sometimes in these lower leagues to get an opportunity to go back up. It's really hard to break in now with all the competition.
Looks like Manny Perez is also going to get a run. Talk about a talented player.
Trouble with that heart rate monitor down there.
DJ Taylor. Taylor dancing a little bit. Taylor! Pretty good ball, and then Greenspan sends it out.
Yeah, and you got to feel a little demoralized, though, if you're Pittsburgh. It's 4-0. The North Carolina FC is bringing on Manny Perez, who's signed with Celtic, one of the big up-and-comers in the U.S. system, and Austin Deleuze, who's played in this league for a long time, has been best 11, assists, left foot. I mean, it's difficult when you see that coming on the field.
Humanitarian of the year, big time, and you called it. Boy, Jason, you are on point as he'll come in for Graham Smith. That makes sense with the yellow card. Robbie Mertz is going to come on for Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and he's going to replace the captain, Kenardo Forbes.
Yeah, I think this a little bit, getting Mertz a little run out because he didn't start the game, but for Coach Lilly, it's get my captain off the field a little bit, give him a rest. This is a 4-0 game, 30 minutes to go. You know, never's over till it's over, Dean, but this is a tough one to come back from for Pittsburgh down a man.
This one's over.
Yeah.
Jello's jiggling, as Chick Hearn would say. Now it's a matter of just playing it out. And
yeah.
I like these subs here because Manny Perez trying to work his way back into the starting 11. Austin Deleuze wants to play more. Stephen Miller is going to hand the captain's armband to Austin Deleuze, and he'll check out. Solid performance from Miller.
Yeah, he took that knock in the first half and the opportunity he had to score. The collision with the goalkeeper looked like he made contact with his knee. So I think it's great. Give Stephen Miller a break. Give Manny Perez a good run out, a good sweat on for the next 30 minutes or so. I think if Coach Saracen could design the game, I think this is probably how he would have designed it beforehand.
Indeed. Yeah, all the way around. Extended minutes for those two guys, 4-0 would work.
Dre Fortune, Awolo scoring some goals. I'm telling you, if Renix gets a goal, then it's just a capper.
I love that you said that. Like, that was right on point because he has not totally settled in just yet.
It takes time, though, for a center forward. You just got, I mean, the runs, getting used to the players, where they want the ball, where do you want the ball. He hasn't had a real good chance to score tonight as well. He had one little opportunity that maybe he could have got on the end of, but no clear-cut chances for him.
And the thing about Pittsburgh, winning 5 in a row, beating the Red Bulls, you know, you've got the red card, you're on the road, you just played a game. As you see Coach Lilly talking to Forbes at the moment, this can be a game where they can just forget about, right? Don't even bother with the film. They played a lot of games. They played midweek. They never even went home. It's tough to do that.
Yeah. Against a team that's only lost once this season in North Carolina FC, I think Coach Lilly, I think he'll take that approach, but you never know, man. He may get in the film room and say, this is not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. But I think you're right, Dean. They've had a good run, kind of a reset button here, and then get ready for the rest of your schedule in the run-in.
Yeah, because they've got Loudoun United coming into town on Friday night at 7 o'clock. And you feel like that's a team that is still trying to put it together, right? It's a nice rebound game.
Yeah, they should get it done there. But really in the back third of the season, you could take this loss and you move forward and you say, hey, let's get on another run. Let's get on another run, go into the playoffs, see if we can win a championship.
So Dave Saracen makes the 2 subs and then calls the rest of the players back over to the bench. We'll see what that means, because we did think there was a possibility we could see Colton Storm get a little run. We'll wait and see. But right now they're all sitting down. 66th minute.
Yeah, that's a good observation, Dean. I think if unless something changes materially in this game or somebody gets hurt, and Coach Saracen said, I'm going to ride out the rest of the game with this team. Here's Renix. Almost.
John Bradford actually looks like he's handing in one more sub. Or perhaps, yeah, I think he is.
Christo?
You're right, it's Christo. And that's fair, right? So either Renix or Fortune or Iwolo.
It's got to be Renix, I think. Robbie Christo's done a good job, though, as well. Being a good pro, coming in when he's called upon. I'm sure he'd love to start games, but he's come in, he works hard, he scores some goals.
It's going to roll out of bounds and come back to North Carolina FC. Alex Kamsia you think about Comcia and Renix, those two last year, right here at Wake Met Soccer Park on Field 2, a thriller of a game. Indiana won it in overtime on a brilliant goal, and it was Renix versus Comcia in that matchup. Now they're playing on the same team.
It's a pretty good battle right there.
Here's Manny Perez. Manny Perez can change a game, folks. Manny Perez trying to stay with it. Brotherton played for John Trask and the Wisconsin Badgers. Back to Tim Bacchus. Tim Bacchus said his only issue at the moment is finding somewhere in the area with food as good as they serve in Greece.
Good luck. Challenge all the Greek restaurant owners out there.
Right?
Make it happen.
He said the food over there is amazing. Manny Perez.
Oh,
look at Perez.
Yeah.
Gets around and earn the whistle. That's what he does right there, Jason Gary.
It is, and it's such an awkward running style sometimes. You're like, he's not going to get there, but he always seems to get there and just get in front of the defender. Well done by Manny Perez.
So there is Robbie Cristo, the big giant.
He's going to like this. He's getting subbed on right with a free kick and a great spot.
So Renix will make the trot over.
Yeah, I think for Justin Renix, he did a lot of work tonight, Dean. He had an honest performance, just didn't have the opportunity to get on the score sheet or really create much. Didn't see a ton of the ball, but he worked hard. He battled with his teammates, or battled for his teammates, and I think there's going to be more to come from him. Just wasn't really his game tonight the way it developed.
Renix reunited with Austin Poncho and Timmy Mel, two Hoosiers that went to the College Cup with Renix last year, also on the North Carolina FC roster. Here's Fortune. Fortune driven in, good ball. Still loose, and you're right, Crystal was out there ready for it.
He's wide open on the back post right now, too.
Running it down is Nasby, Abadawi. All three subs are used, so that's why, right there, they're all sitting on the bench. Fortune's got Taylor behind him. Perez dribbles into trouble, should have given it to Taylor.
Yeah, it's a good tackle there. But a giveaway right away. It was Noah Frankie that won the ball.
Gian. Gian again. Perez, Manny Perez. Manny Perez. Brotherton. It's 4-0 possession, heavily in favor of North Carolina FC. Little touch, Crystal.
Oh.
He had Perez open.
Did, just missed. There's a
Crystal off the post and out of bounds. Was it deflected? No, it'll be a goal kick.
I thought it was a goal, Dean. He spun on it. It bounced perfectly. Just missed it past the post. Kyle Morton back there is not happy. There's Robbie Cristo. Man, a foot to the right, and that's a goal right inside the far post. Kyle Morton, man, he's had a tough one tonight. No fault of his own. He's just been, there's nothing he could have really done on any of the goals. A couple of PKs and
even stopped one.
Stopped one.
Wolo followed it in.
And two big saves in the first half. You feel like, wow, done a great job. And then North Carolina FC just really unleashed the floodgates here. Great ball from Austin DeLuz.
DeLuz and Perez, two of the second half subs. That's how good this team is. And Ben Spees and Yamakani Chester are injured.
Yeah, they've got some depth, Dean. I know some injuries, but they've got some players, right? Players that have contributed, and credit to the coaching staff for keeping everybody involved. Sometimes if you're not a starter, it's easy to kind of, I'm not going to get to play, but they've done a great job rotating the squad, keeping everybody ready to play when their name is called upon, and that's really credit to the coaching staff, because that's not easy to do.
73rd minute. Robbie Mertz, the baby-faced assassin, keeps it alive for Pittsburgh. Showing a little fight here, though, but down 4-0. Long way to go. Good little move. Manny Perez doing the defensive work.
Yeah. And I think, Dean, moving forward for him in his career, that's what he's going to have to focus on. He's got the offensive skills. He's got to make sure that he's good defensively, because they're projecting him in the pro level as a right back, and he's going to have to be able to defend if he's going to play right back at the pro level.
Looks like Coach Lilly's going to make one more change. Dre Fortune, Cristo. Austin DeLuz wearing that captain's armband. What a nice tribute for that young man.
I would argue he's an old man now, Dean, you know, not young anymore.
He's only 31, though.
Sorry, Katie. His wife, Katie, sorry.
74th minute. Uzo from Nigeria looking to check in. The next opportunity for Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Cristo! And how about North Carolina FC? It's 5-0. Domination time.
I tell you what, Dean, this is what you want for a center forward coming on as a sub. Watch this as for a finish right here. Great combination play again. Dre Fortune, Al-Badawi involved, and Cristo goes near post. Right inside the upper 90. Look at this shot. No chance for Kyle Morton. That's a drive. Nobody stopping that one. Back of the net. And if you're a substitute, you come on in the game, you score a goal, it is a good night for you.
Feels like every button that Dave Sarakin is pushing right now, it's on point, right? As you see Cristo, the super sub, as he now has 4 goals on the season, as we talk about everybody contributing.
It's the balance, Dean. You get an opportunity, you come on, you put in a good performance, and Cristo for sure has been on the pitch about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and he's got a goal already. We saw the combination play. I know this is a 4-0 game. Pittsburgh is feeling it, but the combination, Al-Badawi, Dre Fortune, finding the open player, man, it's excellent tonight from North Carolina FC. These fans have seen some great soccer here tonight.
They really have, as Al-Badawi now has 3 assists on the season in just 11 games, and of course, that wonder goal against Memphis to give North Carolina FC the win. And now you start to look back at those standings, know about Wednesday night as Robbie Mertz will give it up. Pittsburgh down 5-0. Robbie Mertz trying to stay with it. So this win will push North Carolina FC to 43 points, and Tampa Bay at 46 will be here on Wednesday night.
You gotta love it. That's a big game. See if soccer fans in the Triangle come out and watch that one. See the women tomorrow, come out on Wednesday. Great week of soccer.
Yeah, reminding everybody that the International Champions Cup, Man City and Atletico Madrid will play the first game at 5 o'clock, followed by the championship match between Lyon and the North Carolina Courage in front of a really great crowd. Kirk Johnson, the president GM of North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage, pretty pumped up about what it's going to be like here tomorrow night.
I think it's going to be rocking. Great opportunity to watch absolutely world-class, top-level soccer here in the Triangle. The fans have got their money's worth tonight as well, Dean, huh?
They have. Here's Taylor. Taylor back across. Almost an own goal right there, deflected off Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC, but a good save by Morton.
I tell you what, it's not going to look like it when you look back on the stats, right? There's 5 goals in the back of the net. But Morton's played a really good game. He's had 4 or 5 big-time saves, especially in that first half. But now being down a man, it's just tough.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell he's a quality goalkeeper. Just one of those games. You play a man down against a team this good on the road after playing Wednesday night, big-time result, right? It's just not easy.
Yeah. And especially, Dean, I think the goal right after the second half beginning, that DeWollo goal, that was a game changer.
Let's do it here. A lot of goals here for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Dre Fortune with a great penalty in the first half, confidently putting away, and then the little, I'm not going to even say what I think that is, but a great ball from him again. Just to start the second half, Donovan Iwolo rises up. What a finish. And then Iwolo again on the rebound, finishes the penalty kick.
So it's 3-0. They're not done, though. Dre Fortune right through the goalkeeper. It's 4-0. And then Nazmi Abadawi to Robbie Christo.
Yeah, dime from Nazmi Abadawi, and Christo finishes with some power. And North Carolina FC off and running.
What a great crew. Want to thank Ian Lang for putting all 5 of those together. Just in case you missed them earlier, you saw them right there. 5-0 North Carolina FC on top of Pittsburgh. I told you it was a great vibe out there at practice.
Yeah, Comcia back in the fold as well.
Of course, they're missing, Pittsburgh is certainly missing Thomas Van Kegazio, sent off with that red card to get this whole thing started. Austin Deleuze.
His quick feet still.
You talk about a true enigma. Austin Deleuze, if he's 140 pounds, you know what I mean? But he
scores headers.
Right? Yeah, he can climb the ladder.
Yeah, he's just a soccer player. He's just a great soccer player. That's what, you can put him anywhere on the field. Maybe he wouldn't excel at center forward or goalkeeper, but he'll make it look all right for a while, you know? He could play wherever you want. He could play.
I'm excited to see what his next move is because he's going to make an impact on whatever he does.
Absolutely. He really will.
Alex Comcia, DJ Taylor. Back to Comcia. Now Abadawi.
What a ball.
What a ball. Christo to make it 6-0 and just missed it. They're toying right now.
They are. You called it though, Dean. What a ball. Was that Dre Fortune again? Abadawi to Fortune. We're getting used to this one, huh? Little combination play. Christo, you can go near post. You can't come across the ball. It's always spinning away from the goalkeeper. If you're going to go far post, you got to drive through it. Got to hit it with no spin. You can't have the curve on it. It's not going to get there. You got to drive through it. You're going to curve it. You go near post.
You're hearing it from the all-time leading goal scorer at the University of Maryland, your reigning national champs. I had Sasha Sorosky on my podcast this week. Tell you what, they lost a lot of players. Paul Ben went down with an ACL a couple days ago as well. All those guys left pro. But if anybody can do it, Sasha can do it.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. They'll be competitive. They'll be good. Yeah, I learned that type of stuff that I just talked about from Sasha. All right, you're going to go far post, drive it. If you're going to go near post, put a little curve on it so you have a chance.
You learned a little bit from Gary Butte as well, who has done an amazing job at NCFC Youth. You talk about a top chief executive officer for a youth club. He's got to be right there.
He's the best in the business at what he does. And 15 or 20 years ago, he was helping me with that finishing stuff before practice.
Here's Taylor over to Abadawi. Fortune, and saved by Morton.
Again, a good save for Morton. Great positioning from the goalkeeper there. He came out up to the top of the 6-yard box to cut the angle down there from Dre Fortune.
Other way from Sia. Good effort here by Pittsburgh to try to make something happen. Down 5-0. I don't know about you, Jason, but I've been hanging my head. I don't see any of that here for Pittsburgh.
No, they're battling. And Valesky, though, I know he hasn't had a shot on goal, but he's played that center forward position for Pittsburgh. He has battled the entire night. He's chased things down. He's done a lot of the work that doesn't get seen. So Christian Valesky, kudos to you tonight for just working your butt off up top for this Pittsburgh team. But if you're North Carolina FC right now and Alex Tambakis, you got to take pride in having a 0 here tonight. Getting a shutout. You're up 5-0. Make sure you don't allow a cheap one here towards the end of the game.
Coach Lilly's going to make one more sub, as he's going to bring in Sammy Kasai. So Kasai, wearing number 6, will check into the game. Kasai, who is from Maryland, played at UMBC, which has given Maryland all kinds of trouble over the years. Good corner kick. Tambakis got a piece of it. Really, Tambakis has not had a whole lot to do.
He hasn't, but I think a goalkeeper and a defensive unit, they want to make sure they get shutouts, and this is a big opportunity for them to get another shutout. Don't allow a cheap goal. Make sure you're on point. Nothing silly in the back.
Minute, 5-0. 2 from Iwolo, 2 from Fortune, 1 from Cristo. And a turnover there for Pittsburgh. Back to North Carolina FC, who will climb up the USL Championship ladder with 43 points. Jump ahead of this Pittsburgh team.
Yeah, it's a big night for them, and kind of a statement night. When you see this score around the league, if you're one of those other teams, say, wow, 5-0. North Carolina FC got it done against Pittsburgh. Let's put teams on notice there. North Carolina FC is for real in this playoff push here.
Aaron Guillen. Guillen. Cristo. Abadawi. DJ Taylor. What a good ball. Looking for Iwolo.
Greenspan.
Austin DeLuz mishit that one with his left. He's saying it was deflected, and it was. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Austin DeLuz coming out. I thought he was going to lace that one into the upper 90. A little deflection. Cristo or Austin DeLuz going to pop up.
DeLuz can climb the ladder. Here's Fortune. No problem, though, for Morton. Hey, we got to tell you one more time. Tune in to ESPN News August 21. That's this Wednesday at 7 o'clock for Wednesday Night Soccer. A matchup between two of the best in the East. North Carolina FC welcomes the Tampa Bay Rowdies, with playoff positioning, battling, heating up. See it all August 21st, 7 o'clock, Wednesday Night Soccer on ESPN News. Big Nigerian, Uche Uzo, into the game here. You're right, that 5-0 scoreline will send a little bit of shockwaves, but you got to remember that red card changed this game entirely.
100%, it sure did in the first half, and then to me, obviously the red card is huge, but coming into the second half, the big goal from Donovan Iwolo in the first 4 or 5 minutes of that said, hey, we're for real, we're going to shut this thing down, we're going to win this game, and Pittsburgh really didn't have an answer after that.
Pittsburgh, here's Robbie Mertz.
what is his nickname again?
Babyface Assassin.
Like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back in the day?
The guy doesn't even have to shave. He's the babyface. His sister, by the way, like him, a high school All-American, is going to start for Dayton. Women's soccer starts this Thursday. So the Mertz family legit.
You got some players.
Cristo. There's Robbie Mertz. Hasn't seen a razor. Is that not a baby face? Are you kidding me right there? Burst onto the scene at Michigan, made an impact. Michigan had some big games against your Maryland Terrapins, by the way.
Sure did.
A couple years ago, they won the Big Ten, beating Maryland at Maryland, and Sasha wasn't too happy with that celebration.
I bet not.
89th minute. Nazmi, Abadawi, Manny Perez. Tell you what, you can't count out any ball with Manny Perez involved.
Yeah, he's got just such an awkward running style, but he's able to get to all these types of balls. And man, he's got some talent. You just kind of wonder, as he develops, what is the optimal for Manny Perez when he's operating, going forward, being able to beat people off the dribble, being good defensively. I think the sky's the limit for him and his natural ability.
Tambakis playing it out of the back. DeLuz has looked really sharp too. DJ Taylor. Go off of Taylor back to Pitts. Back to the Riverhounds. Back to Perez. All right, Jason, you have been on point on every sub, every move. Now we got to know how much. Oh, you just saw it right there.
Going 2 minutes.
2 minutes of added time. There's our crew right on it. Always ready to go.
Yeah, I'll take that one too. That was good. Oh, great fortune. Mixing it up. Mr. Mertz. It's always tough, though, Dean. You know, it's a 5-0 game. When you're the opposing team, you're down by 5. And it's just hard. It's hard. You know you're not going to win the game. Got to get a little chippy. Start something with somebody else. And if you're North Carolina FC, you're like, yeah, we're winning 5-0.
Just
what are you going to do?
Scoreboard, right?
Yeah, totally.
Time reminding you, Wednesday night, Tampa Bay, North Carolina FC, right here at Wakeman Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. Pittsburgh will have Loudoun United in Pittsburgh Friday night. Pittsburgh. Perhaps they can at least get one by Tambakis. Sent over, pretty good ball. They'll say off of, no, they'll say off of Pittsburgh. It'll come back to Tambakis.
Yeah, Valesky, he's ran all day. See Brotherton saying, hey, man, I appreciate how hard you've worked, but you're not going to score tonight. But that was his one chance to score after 92 minutes of play of running and chasing and not having an opportunity. I like that from Brotherton saying, hey, man, I get it. It's a tough one for you.
Right. I wonder if Brotherton,
that's what he's doing. He's saying, sorry, you know. Not your night.
He might also be saying, hey, can you stop now?
Yeah, please stop running every single time the ball's close. I think you're right, dude. Hey, stop running. The game's over. But credit to Valesky, though. He's trying to score a goal.
Final seconds. Points 41, 42, and 43. A 5-0 win here for North Carolina FC over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC.
Yeah, complete performance of North Carolina FC. Iwolo, we saw him there. He deserves a break for the work he did here tonight. But for me, Dre Fortune was the man of the match, the big-time play in the first half. Little touch, we see Dre Fortune right there, little touch, drew the penalty, got the red card, and that changed the entire complexion of this game. But credit, though, to North Carolina FC, up a man, they made it happen. They scored the goals they needed to put this thing away.
Alex Tambakis did not have a whole lot to do. Let's break down all 5 goals here in this one, Jason.
We see the first one. Here it is. Dre Fortune, after he drew that penalty kick, drove that one right down the middle of the goal. Some kind of little duck walk. I'm not sure what it is, but good for him. He had a great game. Here he is with an assist. Donovan Iwolo rises up from the back post, powers the header into the Pittsburgh net, and we were off and running. North Carolina FC. Iwolo again here with the penalty. Saved initially, but a good finish, composed finish.
So if he has 2, Dre Fortune, he needs 2, right?
You're not going to beat me on the score sheet. Here he is on the back post. Good touch. Puts it down low, hard, past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. And then again, some little walk that we don't know about. We'll find out, though. We'll do some research.
Nazmi Abadawi to Mr. Christo.
Yeah, Abadawi, Dre Fortune, their combination play in the midfield was excellent. Great finish from Robbie Christo there to put the 5th goal in the back of the net. Total complete performance for North Carolina FC.
Look at our crew updating the stats. Nashville getting the result, obviously, but Tampa Bay and North Carolina FC Wednesday night.
Tell you what, 4 or 5 days away, that's going to be a big one here in North Carolina.
I want to thank Kyle Lang, Evan Badler, Savannah Rebel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Trevor Gorman, Andrew Taylor, Tim Arms, my superstar partner Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. A dominant performance from Dre Fortune and his teammates from North Carolina FC. As your final score from WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium in Cary, North Carolina FC 5, Pittsburgh 0. How about North Carolina FC with a big-time win?
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Continental tires are built for the road, connecting you to all of life's adventures. Whether you drive to live or live to drive, Continental tires deliver the performance you need to tackle those adventures with confidence. Continental Tire, for what you do.
A month from now, you'll be a little older. A year from now, you'll be a little wiser. Will you be stronger? Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Back on the road. Back in the saddle. Back to the land. Back in the game. Back in the swing of things. Back in the groove. WakeMed Orthopedics, the exceptional care you need to get back your life.